It is a building that first hosted football way back in 1966 as EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Oakland, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Oakland Raiders. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky, and incomplete to open things up.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Check 43.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, Trubisky. He's got his tight end, Burton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 1st down for the Bears, a gain of 15. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And a quick throw here, that's complete. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Here's Trubisky to throw. He's got Burton here. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 37.
Brandon, lest my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, it's the 2nd time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. It's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way things are going right now, they like him as a featured receiver. Let's see what kind of adjustments the defense is going to make to try and take that away.
A Chicago 1st down there on a gain of 11.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on 1st down. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down for the Bears.
First down, Bears.
Trubisky will come up here 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Now they try the right side here. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Focus, defense, focus. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Set. 19. Check. 48's the mic. Army. No.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. An ideal start defensively. They already have the touchdown. Now they get the stop.
Just like they drew it up on the chalkboard. Does that sound dated? Right? Am I out of touch a little bit?
It's all right.
All right, grease board, heck, computer, exactly what you want, though. Score on your first drive, stop them on the first drive defensively.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine
a big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability.
The kicker on for the point after.
One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive.
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. He finds his running back, Mixon. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Single receiver. Alert. Check now. Come to the court. Hey, 31.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 26-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Check. Crunch. Wide. Get wide. Blue. 55.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. 3rd and 2. Now Trubisky. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
Chicago.
Alert! I'm coming!
Now Trubisky on 1st down. This one into the hands of Burton. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 16 yards is the pickup there and a 1st down for Chicago. Throwing here, Trubisky. into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover two, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Nixon. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A loss of 2 there. Second down. 2 minutes to play. First half. It's 14-0. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Under 10, 10, 36.
From the gun on third, Watson. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
And to give this time to the tailback.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
On third down, a run with Cohen. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it. Here we go on fourth down with Trubisky. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position.
Pick it up. Check. 24.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Escaping the pressure right. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. Here I come again.
25. Check 25.
Mike 48. Mike 48.
I'm coming for
On 1st and 10, Watson. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
That's good. Kill.
Here's Watson. It's caught right side by Daniels. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, this from 48. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will do it for this first half. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is
I'm doing
it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
2nd and a yard at the 45-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Watch twitch.
Back to Mixon on first down. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 45-yard line.
You set. Check 34. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go. Check 31. Check 31. Watch twist. Watch twist. Watch twist. Twist, twist. Twist.
On 2nd and 12, Watson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now Watson to throw on 3rd down. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return, and the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
Defense,
we
got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
On 2nd and 11 now. Trubisky. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Trubisky. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Spencer. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. Connecting with Burton here over the middle. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 34-yard line. Trubisky now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. A pretty good-looking run there on 1st down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 25-yard line.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Trubisky will throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
And And again, it's Chubb. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Third down just got a lot tougher. That will officially go as a loss of 7. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Hey, 24. Let's go, hey. Go, Mike 34, Mike 34. Not today, you aren't. Not today. Shoot.
Third and long. It's Watson. And that will be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Here's Drew Kaiser now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. On the return is Cohen. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a fourth down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
56, Mike, 58. Wahoo!
Looking to throw again on second down. Trubisky, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
Lock in, lock in. 56 to Mike, boy, 56. Check 56. All that.
On third down, Trubisky. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Slam, pick him up. Go.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Another try after the first down sack. Watson, and the pressure gets to him again.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Watson, oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Roquan Smith. That's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up 4th down.
Switch it, come on, switch it. He's coming. Leg. We got double up.
Here we go on 4th. Watson. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line.
180. 56. I'm scared. Check.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
At the 22-yard line.
56, Mike, 56. Got one. Kill.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Check 52. Check three. Bang. Hey, 18.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. His longest run of the game right there, and a pretty good time for it. A huge 3rd down conversion late.
Love the mindset. Love the way he flipped the switch. Late in the game, needed a big run, and helped produce it with great leverage from the offensive line. But you also know what happens, too. The defense stacks the line. So if you can break through that first barrier.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. Well, call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. As the Bears push further out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Exit. 34's the mic. 34's the mic. He's coming. 34's down. He's coming. Here we go, G. Exit.
Now Watson. Flushed out right. And now he's going to... Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Watch it slap. Watch it 55. Check.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson forced out to his left. And he fires one that's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on.
The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he loses the football a 2nd time. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
So